Recording going? There we go. Hey Panther team, I just want to touch base with you in this video, the short video on Google Hangouts Meet, and just talk to you about some of the features, how it could benefit you if in the fact that we need to do some e-learning days. So one of the things that I talked about is Google has actually been so gracious to give us the or allow education to have the premium version until sometime in the summer. So that gives you the ability to record and also gives you the ability to live stream, schedule events and such. So I'm just going to go over just a couple of the features. One of the things is actually how to get there. So on your main Google screen or your tab screen, you have these 9 dots up here in the upper right hand corner. If you click on these, and this has also in your email, you see these all over the whole Google suite. You see all of these dots up here. That's just your app tray essentially within Google. So I'm going to scroll down just a little bit and click on Meet. From right here, you get a very easy screen. So you could start a meeting or join a meeting. Obviously, if you have a meeting code, you can just join that meeting. If it's teachers that want to collaborate, maybe an aide that wants to jump in and kind of join your hangout, just to see what's going on, or maybe assist in the training, assist in the class, in the kind of go from there. So I'm going to click on join. I'm going to type in let's do bland test and then 2020. No, let's do 2020 is fine. So I'm gonna hit that. It goes out and creates a new Meet that is owned by me. Once this is done, if I do decide to record this, it'll go into my Google Drive folder. I'll show you that here in a little bit. Right now, nobody is in here. Nobody knows about my Meet. So I would have to give people bland test 2020. And it's an active Hangout Meet. So if, say, I join my Meet, I have this. I'm sure most of you have had webinars where you've had to call in and put in, some sort of a PIN, and to be able to talk. So in the event their microphone's not working, their camera's not working, they can dial a number on their cell phone and join this way. So you can also copy this information. If I click this, it copies it to my clipboard, so I can put it in the Google Classroom string or stream. So that way the students know, hey, at 9 o'clock, meet here. I expect to see all your smiling faces. So I'm just going to X out of this for right now. So the basics of the screen here, down in the lower left-hand corner, we just have some information about it. If for some reason you X out of that other screen, you can click on copying the copy joining info. 1 second here. And then any attachments. If you added this if you started this this Meet as a Google you could actually start this from a Google. So I'm going to just go to calendar just to show you that here real quick. If I go in here and say I created an event for today. Let's just create an event for later on today. Add conferencing, I can actually add Meet in there, and when I do that, I can, if I wanted to add something, and I just did that by clicking on the paperclip here, I can go in and add maybe a rubric, or add in, this is information about a talent show, or a SketchUp file that I want them to see because I want them to replicate. So you can add all of that in there. Then that will actually be inside of the side of this attachment window, so they can have the access to those. Those could be PDFs. They could be links to other sites and stuff like that. So good information to know. So down here, in the bottom, you have mute microphone. So if for some reason something's going on where you gotta get after your kids behind you or do something, you can mute your microphone. You can actually turn off your camera, and it just shows your lovely Google icon. I'll just turn mine back on. Right here, turn on captions. I'm not fully understanding of that yet. I don't know if that will actually, in real time, when you record it, that's something that we'll have to play with. Present, and then there's also right under these three dots. Anytime you see three dots, it's a menu. Top one is record meeting, and then there's just some other options in here. So record meeting is pretty important. If I click on record meeting, you have to accept it because everybody in the meeting has to know, essentially, by state law, that they're being recorded, right? So it does whatever it does in the background. I'm not 100% sure if it notifies them, but you may see a record. I'm actually going to join this meeting on my cell phone here, just to show you guys. Oh, I don't want Hangouts. I want Meet. There's Meet. I want a meeting code. So, it's right here. I'm just going to enter in the meeting code of LELAND Test 2020. Oops. I can't spell my name. LELAND Test 2020. Join meeting. So this, when I join the meeting, it's actually saying that it's being recorded. So that's their warning. So I think your bases are covered. I'm gonna mute this person. So I want to see me. Then I want to mute. There we go. So now there's another person in here, so I can see the other people up here. I don't think I have my camera on, and let's see. Let's say I turn my camera on. This might be somewhat freaking out because I'm joined in twice. So I'm actually, but it is telling me up in the upper right hand corner that is being recorded. Hi, it's like a matrix. All right, back on task. So presentations. So I can go and click on this present now. I'm just going to do a window. I'm going to do the same Google Chrome window that I'm in right now if I just want to explain something. So in here, so now I go in and I'm seeing my screen as I see it in here. I'm going to just open up slides. Oops. It's docs.google.com. Slides. So maybe open up your slide deck, and then like for SketchUp for Schools, like I would open up this and I would try to go through I would try to go through the whole the slide deck with my students, and then try to walk through some of the assignment with them. This doesn't fit on the screen, that's why I'm a little I'm only recording like this little part of my screen, so I have to apologize there. So all right, so that's how you share your screen within Google Meet. I'm going to go back to Google Meet. Here. It says I have 3 people. I've added myself twice. I'm going to go ahead and I don't know how I have 3 people in here. Yes, I want to remove Chris Bland from the call. So you get somebody in there, and that was me. I did add myself. I did have 2 meets going. My bad there. So, all right. So that's the basics of Google Meet. So if you have any questions, I'm here for you. Just let me know if you have any, if you have anything that I didn't cover here. I'd be happy to sit down and listen to you and share that information. Or if you want to share the information within the group, I will send this link out to our staff here in Leland. So good luck. Thanks. All right, so I'm gonna try to join. I'm gonna try to join my meeting back up again. Plan test 2020. Let's see if I can get back in there. No one else is here. All right, one of the things I forgot to tell you is that when you do the recording and you stop the recording, it processes and then it saves it in a Meet Recordings directory underneath your drive. This is one I had from earlier, and when you try to click on it right away, it's got to process the video. That's just the way Google works. So any video that you upload to Drive, it essentially runs it through what I believe is the YouTube processor, where it essentially makes the video streamable. So so you would just right click on it and get shareable link. Maybe I'm going to turn that on. Oops. Hold on. So anyone at the district can view. So if I right click and click on get shareable link, and I go to my Google Classroom, let's go here, and I want to share something with my class. I'm just going to paste this in here. Maybe type in here. And post. So now I should be able to click on it, and obviously it should play once we have once it's processed. So that's just one little tidbit that I forgot to add in there. So, and I believe that's it. The obvious down here when you're presenting, you click on it again to stop presenting. Yeah. All right. See ya.